Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second episode of the Resident Rulebreakers. My name is Kayla,
And I'm Camille.
and in this episode, we are going to talk about episode 218, which is called Emergency Contact, and we also have some show news to discuss as well. So, first off, we want to say congrats to the cast and crew of The Resident for another
season
year.
3.
Season 3 in a row. We're very excited to see another season of this wonderful show and see where they take these characters next year.
Congrats to the writers, everyone behind the scenes, in front of the camera, everyone, for another great season renewal. I'm so excited.
Yes.
I'm really excited.
All right, and our first topic on this episode is Julian.
Yeah, the elephant. Yes, Julian, I'm really excited that she's back.
Yes. Hi, Jenna. Anyways, the big question of the season since the mid-season finale is, where is Julian? It's the most commonly asked question on social media, I think, was, where is Julian?
Is she dead, alive? When are we going to find out? When's she coming back? I'm just glad I don't have to answer any more of those questions. It's just...
that the promo revealed it, the press release revealed it, that Julian was coming back for this episode. They've done that before with Bradley. There's a lot of people, I had comments that said they shouldn't have done that, whatever, but I'm glad they did. But my reaction at first was like, oh my god, they put this in the promo. A lot of people don't care one way or the other, but this episode really somewhat wraps up her storyline. I hope that they bring her back eventually, but for right now, her storyline is somewhat wrapped. Anyways, she's going to be working, well, she has funding from Marshall.
Yeah, for a nonprofit.
Yes, for a nonprofit that will keep Quo Vadis or companies like it and the FDA accountable for fraud and for other issues, making sure the devices work, so on
and it's safe.
Yeah.
Before being put in a patient, which is... I'm glad Gordon is dead. Like Mina said in the beginning of the episode, we killed Quo Vadis gloriously.
Yes. That may have been their hint to say Gordon's dead. But... And then... So, with Julian working with the nonprofit, she has to travel, so that puts her and Devin's relationship, I wouldn't say on the back burner, because there isn't really one after she leaves. I would say on pause until she returns, if she returns. We're going to talk about that in a moment. But my first question is, do you think Conrad knew that Julian was alive?
Yeah, I do. Part of me thinks that he does, but also at the same time, it's conflicting because I don't know. He's seen how hurt and how worried Devon is. He cares about Devon, so would he have told he knew? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So but it looked like he knew. I'm just gonna say it. It looked like he knew. Because his like, did you know? He wasn't shocked. So forth and so forth. So speaking of Devin, we're going to go into this. I wasn't expecting how steamy that got. The poor cat had to look away. It got so bad.
Yeah, that man was, hot.
I didn't know Manish had that underneath the scrubs.
I mean, it was hinted, but we didn't see.
Yeah. Manish's Instagram story was Julian back and she didn't want no scrubs. So I like that.
Said no scrubs. I'm like, yeah, maybe Julian should keep telling you that too. But yeah, that was funny when he came out in the shirtless and wet. I was like, okay, all that was under there. Okay, nice.
Nice,
Really
yes.
nice.
But going into this brief fling between Devin and Julian, I feel bad for Priya.
I do.
I
I
feel
still. I mean, I feel. It. It must. I feel like Devon should have told Priya sooner about his feelings for Julian. Like that to go from like planning your wedding, you have this beautiful dress, yeah, you have all the jewelry, you have this ornate ceremony, and all of your family and friends there, and then to have your fiance say right before you're about to walk out and say your I do's, hey, I might be, I have fallen for another woman. That's just devastating.
but and over the course of since after the fall, Devin has gotten increasingly annoying about Julian. I'll have to admit to that one. But I'm so glad that she's alive and that they got to have this encounter. I agree with him when he said that if he had been truly in love with Priya, that he wouldn't have had feelings for Julian. I absolutely agree.
Yes.
Absolutely. But my favorite part of their encounter was the end scene where they're dancing. I really liked that scene a lot, where they got to say goodbye.
Yeah, it was a cute moment, especially considering that's how their relationship really got started. You know, with Minna kind of peeking in on them,
Mm-hmm.
dancing on the stairwell or whatever, and her agreeing to teach him to dance in for the wedding, and then now it's like a complete circle with them finally dancing together as a goodbye. It's kind of sweet. I love Jenna. I've always been a huge fan of Jenna. I've been a fan for 20 years. How long ago was the first Step Up movie?
A long time.
Yeah, I love the. So I've been a fan of hers for a long time, and it's a. I'm glad that she still has that, because sometimes, because she's been more in the acting world recently. Sometimes you forget that she was first a dancer.
Yes. But I
So
loved that they brought that part into this character for her.
yep.
So, yeah, so will Jenna return? I hope Jenna returns at some point. But for now, Jenna actually has another show. That's why I think there's a big gap in her storyline. Why didn't resolve it faster? Is Jenna was taping a show called Mixtape for Netflix,
Hmm.
and that's why there was such a gap in this storyline. Of course, that's why Jenna's not going to be capable of keeping this, and that's why they had to end this relationship. Will she return one day? I really hope so. I want Devin to be happy more, first and foremost.
Yeah.
So that I'm on the Devin. I want Devin happy train because he's been put through the ringer. I have to admit, he's been put through the ringer this season. So our next topic is Conrad, Nick, and Alec.
Yes.
Nick did the right thing by telling Alec, "I'm with Conrad. Let's keep this professional. I'm in love with Conrad, and we're working on our relationship. We've been through a lot together, and I really love him." She did the right thing. Absolutely. But Alec, I'm mad at you. I'm very mad at you.
Yeah, he should. I don't think he should have put. Like, he got his answer. He should have accepted it and been like, okay. I'm gonna back off. Instead of like pushing on her and be like, oh, if Conrad wasn't in the picture, would I have a chance? Like, that doesn't matter. Conrad is in the picture.
He'll always be in the picture. Okay.
Well, let's not go with the always, but you know.
But, that's my hope. But, yeah, for now, Nick's like, back off, dude. But he didn't take rejection very well from that scenario. And then now Conrad knows about it as well. So I don't know if Conrad's going to confront Alec or if he's going to confront Nick or what's going to happen with that. But it was an awkward scene at the very end. There.
I hope that Conrad trusts Nick. Like, he realizes that she's not gonna do anything with,
Exactly. So, and speaking of Conrad and Alec, we've got to go there.
The what?
The Conrad and Alec.
Yeah.
Working together. We've got to talk about that.
Yes. Ugh. Well, first of all, Valerie, thank you for choosing both of them. No. but she's like, well, which doctor should I choose? I was thinking of that Taco Bell commercial. ¿Por qué no los dos?
Speed dig.
She's like, when the little kid goes, why not both?
But speed date your doctor should really be a thing if you can't decide on a doctor. I would have chosen Conrad, by the way.
I would have been Valerie and been like, both of y'all. Who says I have to choose one?
But them working together on Valerie's case really brought out some tension between Alec and Conrad, because Alec lied to Valerie to get her to accept treatment. And by the way, Alec, that's a no-no. You don't lie to your patient.
No.
Conrad, called him out. Thank you, Conrad. But also, Alec saying, questioning Conrad's military service. I was like, whoa, dude. I know Conrad's been in Chastain a long time, but, you're going too far.
Like I said, I don't think his intention was like questioning it, like if it was true or not, but more like, do you remember what it's like? You were a medic in the military. Have you been out so long that you forgot how to think quick in your feet or how to do whatever you can to help you, at the moment? Because the structure, because sometimes with the military versus just working in a regular hospital or whatever, there's more structure in the hospital, so it's kind of more protocol or whatever. Whereas when you're on the field or something, you're on your own and you kind of have to think quick. You kind of have to do what you have to do, and I don't think, in a way, he was disrespecting his military service, but more like, have you forgotten what it's like out there? Are you, laid back now? But
So
I don't know. I personally just did not like Alec this episode.
No, me neither.
I've always been a huge fan of his and been very vocal about my support for him. But in this episode, between pushing on Nick like that and, lying to his patient, it was just, no. Don't. Those are big no's for me.
So, yeah, big no for me too. All right, our next topic is Belle, Kit, and Brett.
They're so cute. They are.
When I saw the photos of Brett and Kit, I was like, I don't know, what these photos are hiding, but I honestly I thought there was some good chemistry between Jane and Christopher.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked them. You can tell there's a respect between them. There's a lot of history between these two characters. They're
I think there's
exes.
still love.
Yeah. Even though the relationship ended badly, because by the way, I was not expecting Kit to have cheated. I never expected that part of the storyline. I thought maybe they'd just grown apart.
Yeah.
Belle's support, like he's like, I understand, how this could have happened. You had to choose your career or your marriage. You couldn't have one or the other. He gets it because he's been there, I think, more than anything. But my shock was Kit was power of attorney.
Mm-hmm. That was her shock too.
Jane nailed these scenes, by the way. I loved her. Every episode with Kit in it has made me just, I love her. But I was just really surprised, and of course Kit was too, because of how the relationship ended.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a lot of trust to trust someone with your life after that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing about it is, they have kids. They have a grandbaby. So he probably chose her not just because she's a doctor or because she's his ex-wife or anything like that. I think it's because they have a family, and she would, not only think about what he wants or whatever, but also about their kids. Think about what they would want, what they would, what I mean.
Yes.
And that connection is something that that a cheating scandal isn't going to change. Is it going to stop?
No, not at all. But I really loved, Belle's support for Kit through this whole ordeal with her ex. So, but I'm all for Belle and Kit getting together eventually. But yeah, you can definitely see. I mean, and Christopher Bienack going to be back for another episode.
Yes. So, I'm excited for that.
We don't know what episode yet, but he will be back. That is confirmed. So I am excited to see more with Kit's backstory. And I don't know. I think Belle was just going to go talk to them, and he saw that they were conversing, and he left. But I did bad for him because it looked like he wanted to talk to her, but he realized there was something else going on. So he has a lot of respect for Kit.
Yeah, I love their dynamic. They're so sweet together. Belle and Kit, they're so adorable. It's like they kind of understand each other at a level that few people could. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because they both have that career first mentality kind of thing.
Well, they both had marriages that fell because of their careers, so.
Yeah. So. But it's so cute. And I think Kit has brought out the really sweet, funny side of Belle.
So, I'm hoping they'll explore that. I know Jane got cast in a pilot, so it depends on if that goes picked up, whether Jane's going to be a full series regular next year or whether she's going to recur. So, but I did read that said something like she would recur if the show went to series.
What's the show called?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh. I wonder if it's another medical drama.
I think it's a comedy.
Oh, she would be perfect for comedy. Jane has great timing. Comedic timing.
So, hoping the best for her, but I don't want to lose Kit either, so.
No.
So we'll see how that plays out. And I'm rooting for Kit and Belle. But I am looking forward to seeing more of her backstory with Brett and their kids and their grandchild. I'm actually very much looking forward to seeing them explore that part.
Yeah, it was so cute how they kind of had an argument about giving their grandbaby like a bicycle or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's so sweet.
Yeah.
Typical grandparent.
Yeah, yeah. So, and our next topic is Mina and Micah.
Ugh.
I was not expecting her to say yes.
I wasn't expecting. Yeah, we weren't expecting her to say yes and him to say no. That it was it was like the opposite reactions that we were all expecting. But
what Mina did was she waited too long, and I don't know why this storyline took so long to resolve, but I think it has something to do with availability for Patrick Walker. He's been really busy. He was just on Grey's Anatomy, so.
Yep, loved him on Grey's Anatomy. He's so proud of him. But yeah, no, Mina should have taught. But even if he wasn't available to make an appearance, like an actual physical appearance, she should have still talked to him on the phone or something. But the whole time, ever since the proposal, she had shut him off. It's like you should have sat there and talked. Even off screen, just talked about it.
Yeah, she could have at least had a conversation with Nick that said, I decided to say yes, but, he said no or whatever. Something, I loved her conversation with Nick, though, because they both agreed to take care of these issues with parts of their relationships in their lives, with Alec and Mina with Micah, and Nick's conversation was, you have to put emotion in it, and I think she's absolutely 100% right.
Yeah. Can't be all logical.
No, that's not going to happen in her.
Especially when it comes to marriage proposals. But yeah, I love I wish that there was more scenes of Nick and Mina. I just love their friendship.
I do too. Because Nick needs a girlfriend. That's Mina, but I love seeing those scenes when we get them
together.
Yeah. But no, never expected Mina and Micah to go the distance, go in game as they call it in fandom world. But I didn't expect her to say yes. The lack of AJ in this episode, I missed Malcolm so bad in this episode.
Yeah. AJ's presence. He was only there for a couple of minutes. He wasn't there anymore.
He was at the Eminem conference at the beginning of the episode, and then he was in the surgery scenes. But other than that, and he had a discussion with Ket on her ex. But other than that, he was just absent, and I was just like, I need more AJ.
Well, you'll get him next episode. So, but yeah, no, AJ is. I hope. I know a lot of people want AJ and Mina together, and I do too. I kind of like their dynamic, but I hope that's much further down the line than.
I hope they're
next season.
A slow burn. I'm fine with the slow burn on Mina and AJ.
Yeah.
Because she's still his student, and he's promised to wait that one out. Mina has another year in her residency. So at least if we get a season 4, maybe we'll have a possibility of Mina and AJ going romantic. But up until then, I absolutely don't think it's. I mean, I love the chemistry and I love the dynamic of these two characters, but as it stands, it would be wrong for them to have a romantic relationship right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I loved AJ saying that he was gonna wait till he's equal. I hope that the writers don't change that, because it gained a lot of respect from a lot of the fans that AJ was willing to wait. So I hope that they keep that theme, that they don't, change their mind a bit, make it different.
Yeah, absolutely. I absolutely agree. Now, this next part is the tale of the two dads of this show, Kyle and Marshall.
Yep.
And they're polar opposites of each other.
Yes. I mean, we did not like Marshall when he first came on the show, but he came back to Conrad's life to get to have a better relationship with his son, Conrad, and he's stuck around for a year to do that, and now they have such a loving relationship and caring relationship, and very, Conrad wants him close, wants him to stay at Chastain, but Kyle is just a lot.
Okay, between the clothes and his car and his attitude, yeah, trying to be cool and not working. I'm seeing the fact that Jesse has a better relationship with him than Nick does, for sure. I don't know if it's because Jesse's younger. I don't know if it's because she's in this zone where she's in rehab and she's trying to forgive people. I don't know what it is. But I absolutely, love Nick calling her dad out.
Yeah. His speech about, like, this app or whatever is supposed to be his legacy. I loved her response to that. Like, you want to know what your legacy is? It was hard to listen to. It's really hard to listen to because I've had similar conversations with my dad.
That's hard to admit to someone. Emily's performance in that scene was phenomenal. One of my favorite scenes with Kyle in it was the one with Marshall. And it really paralleled the way these two men are. And Marshall's comment to, your daughter's the best thing that ever happened to my son, I was like, yes! I really loved it.
Yeah, I found it comical. Marshall's face when, Kyle was trying to pitch this app to him. His face was just like, are you serious right now? But yeah, I love his facial reaction to the whole app pitch was kind of hilarious.
Yeah. But it shows the major difference between these two men. They're on opposite ends of the spectrum in everything. And then we have Jessie, whose health is declining. Issues from the drug trial, issues from, I don't know if her opioid addiction's playing into it, but so Jessie's health has been an issue all season, and this is where it's starting to get worse for her, I think. Because at the end of the episode, she's in the ER for a potassium issue, which if you don't have your potassium in check, you can die. So. But Kyle's last scene, where he promises Nick to stay around for Jessie and for her, and to help her with Jessie, I don't know if I trust him.
Yeah, I don't either.
Are we going to see Kyle again? Are they going to pull him through the same arc that they pulled Marshall through? I don't know if I want to see that. I don't know if I want to see this arc again, with this dad. Or maybe I just want to see Nick and Conrad helping Jessie through her health problem.
I hope that this isn't the last time we see Kyle. But also at the same time, I hope he realizes that his daughters need him to be a dad. Not this cool best friend riding some kind of sports car,
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing. They want you to be there for them, in a way that you haven't been in all of their lives, Like, take care of Jessie. Go sit by her bed when she's sick, or, help Nick out with whatever she needs help with. I don't think it's going to be... I hope that they're not going to do the same thing with Kyle like they did with Marshall. I hope that it's going to be a similar result, which is a better relationship between him and the kids, but in a different way. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. But, and then Conrad's reaction when she says Kyle was going to get Jessie and bring her to the hospital, I'm just like, Matt nailed that line. Since when did Kyle offer to help anybody? And I'm like, yeah. I can see him not liking this guy.
It's so funny because I didn't at first know who Kyle was, because I was like, who's Kyle? Is that Jessie's ex? Boyfriend or whatever. And then when I saw that it was Corbin Burnson who was playing Kyle, I was like, oh, Nick doesn't call him Dad.
Which is something I want to touch on. Like, seriously, it has to take a lot of trauma to stop calling your parent Mom or Dad and calling them by their first name.
Yep.
So Jessie is calling him Dad, and Nick is calling him Kyle. So for Nick's situation, I feel it's served, because he wasn't there for her when Jessie and her needed him the most.
Yeah.
She had to be the mom to Jessie instead of the sister, and she was still in school herself.
It's similar to Conrad and Marshall in that last season. Was it Marshall just Marshall too?
Yes. And then Conrad all of a sudden starts calling him Dad.
Yeah.
So
that's when, like, I saw the change and stuff. But, I hope that, Nick kind of was the one who was pushing for Conrad to talk to his dad. I hope that if Kyle comes back, next season or whatever, that Conrad will do the same, kind of encourage Nick to talk to him, but also keep a distance, if anything. It's like, protect your heart, but give him a chance to.
Yeah, and I love their conversation about their dads. Like, I heard your rumors that your dad is leaving, and then Conrad's like, well, what about yours? And she's like, he's just, ugh. And I'm like, wow. Wow, Nick. But I love the fact that they were talking about it and discussing. Conrad was there for her to try to help her with Jessie. And I absolutely loved that. This shows that their relationship, this part of it works. The supportive part of it works.
Yes.
Our next topic is Sever. What is Sever?
The study was 15 people died, and Gordon hid it. It's still a mystery. How do you hide that?
How do you hide 15 people dying out of 20 people and cover that up from anyone knowing, and then it comes out because a little boy almost dies because of this same device? It shouldn't have even been put in Henry in the first place, to be honest. But
how did Abe know about it?
Abe was pretty much on the inside, I think. He was like their...
He was part of the study?
No, I think he was like his medical consultant or something. I don't know. Abe knew a lot more than I thought he would know, but he knew. And I was like, why is Gordon Page acting like this? And it turns out that's exactly why. I don't know how he covered it up. I would love to know that answer.
How did Marshall know?
He has some good investigators.
Yeah, because obviously they found Julian, too. I there's so many loose ends that are like. I hope Abe comes back so that we can see his redemption and see him and AJ kind of like repair their relationship.
I'd love that. I love redemption arcs. Redemption arcs are cool. So, Sever, I want to know how Gordon Page covered this up. I mean, how much money did he have to spend to cover that up?
Who did he pay?
Yeah, who? Yeah, absolutely. Someone in the FDA needs to go somewhere and get them butt in jail. Someone needs to pay. So, because Gordon Page can't do it, he's dead. Anyway, yeah.
Yes.
So
I'm glad he's dead.
Yeah, me too. So the next topic is Marshall buying the rest of Covadis and revamping it into a new company. I'm guessing he's going to change the name because no one can trust a company with the name Covadis anymore. And he's going to make it viable and turn it into what it was supposed to be. And, with Julian keeping it on the straight and narrow with her, her project, but the fact is it a conflict of interest between Marshall and Julian's project with him backing her and his company? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think I think it's a conflict of interest because if you would want like an independent person to be the one like doing the oversight of your company if that's what you'd like. But Julia, how could she be an independent, person really if her program is being paid through by Marshall, who owns you get what I'm saying, the medical devices she's responsible for.
So yeah, so she's gonna try to keep these companies and the FDA, which is by the way really unregulated, accountable for these devices working properly, getting them tested independently, and they're not grandfathered in from other devices, stuff like that. So I applaud Julian for that. I applaud Marshall for thinking it's a brilliant idea, but I gotta see where I want to see Glenn come back, and I want to see the storyline play out. I want to see what they're gonna do with it. I need more Marshall in my life. I need more Marshall.
Yes, we love Glenn. Hi, Glenn. Yeah, you're probably not on social media. You probably never hear this. But we love you. We're such huge fans.
Yeah. So I hope he comes back, and I hope we get to see how they change Covadis to be what it should have been, how they revamp it, how they make all these things work properly, how they hold these companies accountable. I want to see how they're gonna make that plotline play out. A lot of people are like, I wanted Covadis to, I don't want the storyline anymore, but I think that they needed it because it's a big issue that these companies are getting off, with no issues, no consequences, and it's a real life thing that it was based off of.
Yep. It's a real life problem.
Yep. So we're done discussing emergency contact. Do you have anything else you want to add?
Not really.
No, we've really gone down our list here. And so our next thing is talking about what's coming. What we know about what's coming, anyway. The next episode airs on the 1st, called Snowed In. It's directed by Kelly Williams.
Yes.
Written by Dr. Eric Liu and Daniela Lamas. She's also a doctor. I did my research on that. She's also a doctor. So, with that being said, the episode's about a snowstorm wreaking havoc in Atlanta and all the consequences from it. In the hospital, I want to see how they do it properly, because snowstorms in the South don't really go together. So I want to see how that works out. There's this dad that Mina has to operate on without AJ. I know she can do it. So there's multiple things going on, but the snowstorm's the big one, and I want to see how they're going to do that.
Yeah, they've been having a lot of Blizzard snowstorm storylines and a lot of TV shows. The only one I can think of right now is New Amsterdam. They're having the second part of the Blizzard episode next week on the 9th, and it's kind of interesting to see how each different medical drama now is airing that storyline. And it's also, I find it hilarious that it's airing in April.
In April. We don't get snow in the South in April. It has to be a really, really weird event.
Yeah, global warming.
So the next episode will air April 15th, and before you groan and complain, this is the last mini break we have before our summer hiatus.
Yes.
So I will take that. April 15th, the episode is called Black Cloud. It's about a mother who had some complications from birth, and Devin is trying to force Belle to do the right thing and look into it and do what's right for her. And it was based on a real story, wasn't it?
Yep. It's about the main story was about this woman. Her name was Kira. She went for a regular C-section, and she died soon after the surgery because her bladder was lacerated during the surgery. And she has her husband or her family started this organization called For Kira, for Moms. And it's all about like maternal deaths and, safety in maternity wards and stuff like that. And so I think that's what it's addressing.
Any type of women's health issue, from C-sections to endometriosis, any type of issue that surrounds that part of the body for a woman, is not talked about. So I'm glad they're highlighting it.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see where they take it, but they have a general hospital vet on the show playing the lady that is the mom.
Pregnant. Yeah. Vanessa Untold. Yeah.
So
I'm kind of excited to see her. I haven't seen her in a while. So any soap opera fans, you guys go cheer her on. But yeah.
So that's really all we have for upcoming episodes as of right now. The next 3 episodes will air consecutively behind Black Cloud, with our season finale airing on May 6th.
Yep.
Fox just released that information this week. So we have that information. So while we'll have to go into a hiatus for summer, we have to let them write, and we'll go back probably into taping in July. And we'll probably get the first part of season 3 late September. Usually the way they work things out.
Yeah.
So
let's hope that stays that way. Yeah, I'm so happy that like our show is like so consistent in the numbers that I don't think it was ever really in danger of
cancellation,
not being renewed. Yeah, because it was always all of the ratings was always like at 1 million. The demo ratings and stuff,
yeah,
always the same. It never went down.
So yeah, it floats between a 0.9 and a 1.0 for the demo every week, and it floats with right around the 5 million mark on the viewers almost every week as well.
Yeah, and considering that there was a huge influx of reality TV shows airing at the same time, with The Voice, and was it American Idol too?
Yes, it does air against The Voice and American Idol, I think. Yes.
That's really good showing.
Yes.
ratings.
Because the other show that it airs against is Arrow. That's really what it's up against, is these huge shows, and it's competing, and so we're very happy with these ratings. We're a very loyal fandom, and I'm very pleased to see it.
Yep.
So
keep coming back. Like,
yes.
Come back for season 3. Keep coming back for hopefully season 4 and 5 and however many more.
How many more? We hope it's many more years to come. So
I'm hoping I don't jinx the show.
That's really all we have to talk about today. I do want to say that there's many ways to listen to this podcast, to contact us. So I just want to say that this not only is on SoundCloud, it is on Google Play. I'm awaiting iTunes, and you can also watch it on YouTube. At least listen to the audio. So if it's YouTube, go to the YouTube channel, the Resident Rulebreakers, and subscribe and like and comment. We'd like to see that. Same thing with anything else. We also have an email address, theresidentRulebreakers@gmail.com. So you can shoot us emails if you want. My name is Kayla.
And I'm Camille.
And we're out for this week. Have a good week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.